Okay guys, here's my end product. Look at that. Best oxtail you'll ever eat. Make sure your oxtail is firm guys, not falling off the bones. Make sure you cook your oxtail firm so it doesn't fall off the bone guys. You don't want it to fall off the bone in the pot. And I'm going to show you how it's going to fall off the bone in the plate. Hi guys, welcome to my cooking show. Today I'll be showing you how to make Jamaican oxtail. These are the ingredients you're going to need. Butter bean, minced garlic, garlic powder, whole spice, paprika, my everyday seasoning, black pepper, ketchup, browning, grace soy sauce, a lemon to wash your oxtail, scotch bonnet pepper, bay leaf, rosemary, thyme, celery, and green onion. And your oxtails. Here I'm showing you how to wash your meat properly. You can wash your meat with lemon, lime, or vinegar. If you don't have lemon and you have the lemon juice, it's okay to use it also. Make sure you wash your meat properly, guys. Now here I'm showing you what your meat should look like when it's properly washed. Here I'm just sauteing my seasoning. I have thyme, ginger, garlic, scotch bonnet pepper, rosemary in the pot. I'm just infusing, infusing all those spices together. Then I'm gonna go ahead and put my oxtails in. I put a little oil in the bottom of the pot, guys. You don't want to put a lot because the oxtail already has fat on it. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and put my oxtails in the pot. Make sure your pot is hot. I have mine at medium heat, medium to high heat. You don't want your fire to be too high when you're cooking because you want to get the oxtails to braise at the beginning of your cooking process. So you don't want to cook it on a high heat because it's gonna burn. Put your stove to medium heat, medium high, and that will be perfectly fine. See, now I'm showing you my oxtails. I'm just gonna let it stay like that until the color starts to change. I'm gonna keep stirring it like every 5 minutes. After the color starts to change, I'm gonna come back and show you what it looks like. Now here I just cover the pot to let it cook. Now here the color had changed. I had put a little water in because it was sticking to the bottom of the pot. So this is how you want your oxtails to look before you pour all that water on it. If some people cook their oxtails and they just put it on with a pot of water, I don't think that's the proper way of cooking oxtails. But if that's your way, go ahead and do it your way. And this is how I do it, and it comes out perfect all the time. So here I'm just letting it cook, and I'm showing you what it looks like. It's already browned. You can, when you braise your oxtail, you don't see the fat around the meat. So that is why it's important to braise your meat at the beginning. You can also braise your meat in the oven if you don't want to do it on the stove top. Then you pour it in the pot and do this process. Now I'm just gonna let this cook for like 20 minutes. Then I'm gonna come back and check on it. I'm gonna go ahead and chop all my seasonings that I need to go in it. Meanwhile, it's cooking. So here, it's 20 minutes later, I'm checking it. You see the water is reduced. I wish you guys could smell this. Oh my god, it smells so good. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the color. Look at your meat. When you fully you pot with water at the beginning, you're just letting your meat boil, and that's only gonna make it fall off the bones before it's even cooked. Look at that beauty. Smelling so good. I'm just gonna let it stay here, do its own thing in this. Now here I'm getting one bell pepper. I'm not gonna use all this bell pepper, guys. I'm gonna use a part of it. I cut all of it, but then I realized it's too much, so I'm just gonna use a half of it. So here I cut my bell pepper and I'm taking out the inside. I don't like those white parts in it, so I'm cutting out. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it in strips. Guys, there's a proper way to use your knife. There, I'm doing it right there. So be careful when you're using your knife not to cut your fingers. And here I cut my bell peppers. Now I'm gonna cut my carrots. A lot of people don't put vegetables in their oxtails, but I love to put carrots in my oxtails because it has this sweet taste, you know? And anything sweet goes well with oxtails. So now here I'm just putting my pepper. I'm using this pepper just for the beauty of it. I love the color of it. It doesn't have anything to do with flavor. I just love the color of it. Whatever you don't have, guys, go ahead and cook your dish. Just do it to the best way you can, and I promise you it will come out tasting good. Now here I'm cutting my onion. Cutting more onion. I don't know why I didn't do it on the cutting board. And this is all my vegetable that is gonna go in my oxtails. Now here is my oxtails. Look at that. See how the meat is so firm on the bone? Now I'm just gonna go ahead and put all my seasonings in. Okay guys, at this point of your cooking process, you want to go ahead and put your heat to low. So you're going to turn your stove to low heat and let your oxtails slow cook until it's finished. So now I'm just going to go ahead and put my seasonings in and let it go through a slow cooking process and until it's complete. If you notice, it's slowly cooking. This is good for your meat, guys. Don't put it on high heat. High heat is just gonna burn at this point. So now I just showed you all my seasonings that's gonna go in. I'm just gonna go ahead and put all my season in at this point. I'm gonna put my carrots, my bell pepper, my onion. I'm gonna put my tomatoes. I'm gonna put my peppers, scotch bonnet pepper. I'm gonna put my ketchup. And I'm gonna put my butter beans. I'm gonna put everything that I need to put in at this point. Then I'm gonna stir it around, cover the pot, and give it that slow cook process. See there? I'm just stirring it around. That's low heat. Here I'm just stirring it to make sure it doesn't stick at the bottom of the pot. There are my butter beans. I put a little water because it was sticking. and you also want the gravy. Now I'm putting in my tomatoes. Guys, I love to put these tomatoes in because it's a good garnish for your food while you're cooking it. It's beautiful, and I love to eat the tomatoes at the end of the dish because they're still gonna be solid at the end of your dish. Now there I put everything in. My camera died, so you didn't get to see me stir it in, but there I have everything in, and I'm just gonna let it slowly cook until my gravy is thickened. Look at that. It's beautiful. It smells good, tastes good. Now look at that. See what I was telling you about the grape tomatoes? Even at the end of your cooking process, they're still going to be looking like that. And I just love the taste of those tomatoes in my mouth when I'm eating. So good. This is almost complete, guys. I'm just gonna cover it up and let it cook for 5 more minutes, and it's complete. Look at the beauty of that oxtail. It's not falling off the bones. Okay, guys, here's my end product. Look at that. Look at the beauty. Mm-mm-mm. This is so good. It's gonna fall off the bones in your mouth. It's just gonna melt like butter. Mm-mm-mm. Look at that beauty. Okay, guys. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.